Okay, here we are. We're going to show off the mod that I made this morning. Now, this mod is to complement Icy Glaciers, 8K, 4K, 2K, all of them. Obviously, this is Skyrim VR, so we are not going to use 8K or 4K textures. That would be ridiculous in the headset. Now, I've already completed the ESP. I'm going to load this up a little later so that everybody can enjoy it. The issue with that mod is that it doesn't work inside this Glacial Crevice. This is a single room that's in Dawnguard, and it's part of the Forgotten Vale, and everything else looks great. But then you come in here and nothing is lit up. It's all white. It's got a parallax issue with all the dynamic snow. So in order to fix it, the very first thing I tried was to go into Better Dynamic Snow and put in the Form IDs and add these things to it. And that worked for most stuff. But it didn't work for that iceberg. This iceberg right here. And it didn't work for this glacier slab, glacier straight large. And so those two things look awful. And they were white. And then, of course, it also didn't work for most of the icicles. So all that had to be fixed. By doing a Better Dynamic Snow edit, I was able to get most of the things working. But a lot of them, they still didn't work. It didn't matter. For whatever reason, script editing that, it just didn't fix it. I tried the Better Dynamic Snow automatic script that you can put in and then go into Xedit, and it's supposed to automatically patch everything. That didn't work. So what I found the solution was to simply go into the creation kit and just turn off all the Better Dynamic Snow. Just take it out of here, which is actually better anyway, because this ground used to be covered in snow, and the snow is ugly as sin in here because of a lack of directional lighting. There isn't any. So instead of being white, the snow is gray and ugly. You can see in the spots where there still is snow on the items I didn't remove it from. I removed it from everything you're going to walk on, so you can see how deep the ground is. I removed it from most of the walls and icebergs and icicles so that they would show up and wouldn't be stark white. And yeah, that's about it. To make sure that everything matches, I went with the white parallax option. I tried blue, and blue was cool. It looked good on the glaciers, except they were dark blue, and then the icebergs were like this kind of more of a greenish kind of light. You could see that even white versus white, there's still a slight blueness and a slight greenishness, but ultimately they match. They were very, very different from each other. Same thing with all the icicles. So after going with fixing all that, picking all the right stuff, it's all right there in the mod. Huge ups to that mod author. Just a shame it didn't work inside this one place where everything is made of ice. That's where you really want it to work. You could see it all. I still need to, later, I might go and fix, I gotta go to Solstein, because it obviously messes with the ice castle there, and I haven't gone there to look at that and see if it's broken. But that'll be a complimentary mod eventually. This is an icicle, by the way, if you can't tell. It's a huge icicle. I believe it's the icicle pillar. That's a glacier. No, that is Large Iceberg 01, I want to say. Or, no, it's Large Iceberg 02, and I am, no, 01, yeah, and I'm standing on it. This is the same as that iceberg that floats in that other room. It's bobbing around in the water. It's just a much bigger piece of it, but here it is. And then that's glacier over there. That's a glacier wall. But as you can see, they all match. They all look super deep. These are not DLC 1 ice caves. This is regular base Skyrim ice cave wall. This is DL. Ow! Well, walked right into that one. And at least it didn't give me a disease. Let's see. The DLC ice caves. Well, these are they. Oh my goodness, look at these. Like you can see the rocks that are deep, deep, deep down in there behind it. It's really cool. But they all look good. That's the thing. Everything looks good and it all matches. Except with the exception of this archway. Which isn't terrible, but I mean, between you and me, it doesn't look like it parallaxes quite like the outside of it does. So that could be something I could edit the mesh to try and see if I can get that in there. If it wasn't done by the mod author, I'm really gonna assume there was a reason. But it could have just been an oversight, overlooked, and I can go in and fix it. These are glaciers. It's the kind of ice you want your whiskey in. I mean, that is some pure, clean ice. Crystal clear, no air bubbles. That's what you want. Whoa. Amazing. Amazing mod. Big ups to the artist who made these files. And now with this simple ESP, it's tiny. I can email it to somebody without even having to compress it. But of course it's going to be compressed because you can't put it on Nexus unless it's zipped. But I'll 7-zip it because I hate people who just zip them. Then I got to go drop it in the right spot instead of right-clicking on it and saying, right-clicking on it and just saying, put it where I want it. So I'll 7-zip it for y'all. It'll be up on the Nexus today. Oh, holy hell, man. Look at that. That is so dope. The ground. All of this ground, this was covered with snow. And, some things I had to remove the snow. That piece of land over there. This is another Iceberg 01. That had to be fixed. Otherwise it would just turn up white. So once you start removing some snow and you're like, wow, the ice looks amazing, and then you're like, I'm walking around on all this ugly snow. Like, this was working. This glacier piece, that worked. It had snow on the top. Right here, all of this was snow. All of this. Which would you rather do? Walk around on that hideous snow texture or walk around on this? That's all I'm asking. I mean, look at it. It still gets snow footprints, even though I'm told that there's no snow there, but I guess everything icy gets snow footprints. This is one of those things where you're just walking around, you're looking up, you're looking at the walls, and you fall off a cliff because they're just that beautiful. Alright. That's enough of this nonsense. I'm going to go ahead and get this uploaded. I'll post the video on Reddit. That's probably where you're viewing it right now. So, well, I'll put it on YouTube and link that to Reddit. I have a problem getting things to load up on the Reddit videos. It's always like, hey, I can't do that for some reason. But anyway, that's enough of this.